change. So fans just have to realize the power that they have.
And why are the punishments so opposite of the law? You beat your wife, you get 2 games. You beat your wife in the real life, you get arrested, you get put in jail. You smoke a joint, no one gives a shit. You smoke a joint in the NFL, you get suspended for a fucking year. Mm-hmm. These punishments are so ass backwards, and it's just a bunch of horse shit.
And the reason what makes Silver so good is that
he likes betting.
He was behind a very good commissioner. Stern was a very good commissioner
up until 94.
He made mistakes, and
he rigged the lottery.
What Silver did is he learned from the mistakes that Stern made, and he said, "I'm not going to make those mistakes. I'm going to
hide the rigging.
I'm going to be the greatest commissioner of all time," and that's what he's done.
So far, few months in, far he's way better. Anyways,
but the thing for Goodell is he followed Tagliabue, who had a huge reputation, and everybody liked Tagliabue.
Okay,
so
Tagliabue.
So maybe he thought I can come in here and do what I want, and nobody's going to say anything about it.
Yes, we'll digress. I'll quickly say that Ray Rice has had some interest from the Colts and the Saints. But I will say that'd be stupid for either team to hire him this year.
I don't blame him for being interested, but
no. But let's wait till the season's over.
The Colts do need someone badly. Maybe they're desperate.
They do need help. I did not get a chance to watch this video. Hopefully, one of you two have. Richard Sherman and Baldwin were blasting the NFL over the $100,000 fine to Lynch. What happened? Please tell.
Well, Sherman was just he was creating a fake press conference where he was calling out all the hypocrisies that Goodell was talking about, the marijuana, a bunch of other stuff. That's why I was hoping that you would get home in time and watch this and pull some clips.
I did not,
because it's amazing.
We'll tweet some shit out.
Richard Sherman, even though he's a Seahawk,
toke ducking.
Even though he's a Seahawk and he picked off Kaepernick twice,
and fuck you, Seacocks.
I still love the guy, and I think he's very intelligent and he hit on the right points in this thing. And guess what? He hasn't been suspended. He hasn't been fined. You know why? Because if he does, Goodell would really get the lynching committee out on him.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, it'd be Frankenstein all over again. The monster would be hiding in the tower, and the fucking pitchforks and the torches will be out, and he would be burned at the stake.
There you go. All right, we'll move on. We'll twat out some shit with that press conference. J.J. Watt scores his 5th touchdown of the season. What do you guys think? MVP?
Yes. The touchdowns have all been amazing. Oh, one of the actual offensive pass catches, he was wide open. The other 2, he's a better receiver than Crabtree at this point because Crabtree has dropped
every ball
passes that have been right in his hand. J.J. Watt's making ridiculous catches. That's a goddamn defensive end.
Crabtree needs to take lesson from you. You never drop a ball.
That's true.
It's always in your mouth.
It's always there.
Phil, what say you? Should he be MVP?
Yes. MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. J.J. Watt, he's got 3 receiving touchdowns, an interception return for a touchdown, and a fumble recovery return for a touchdown. So he's got 5 on the year. LaShawn McCoy has 4 touchdowns this year. J.J. Watt has more touchdowns than McCoy. He has more touchdowns than Wes Welker. He has more touchdowns than Larry Fitzgerald. He has more touchdowns than Anquan Bolden.
Mm-hmm.
More touchdowns than the San Francisco 49ers entire season.
More touchdowns than Crabtree.
It's players like this that come along once in a generation that revolutionize the game. He's an absolute freak of an athlete. He's unstoppable on defense, as evidenced by his new nickname, JJ SWAT. And now they're starting to utilize his athleticism on offense. And, I mean, try to guard that guy. He's like 6'6", 290 pounds. I mean, what are you going to do?
And if you block him, he's just going to jump over you and block the ball.
He's insane.
I now want to see him get a rushing touchdown. I want him in at running back, not on the goal line. I want him to get the ball in like the 40 and just stiff on and carry people on the back.
Surprise him.
To the end zone.
Hey, with Arian Foster out there, you could totally fake it to Arian Foster, pitch it to Watt, and see what he can do with it.
I don't know why they don't. Heck, line him up at wide receiver and run a streak down the sideline. He'd probably score a touchdown. The guy's insane.
It's true.
Fuck all that. I want to see Watt taking the ball and throwing a Hail Mary downfield for a touchdown.
Yeah, I guess all he needs is a passing touchdown. And
that's right.
With the receivers and running backs they have, might as well. He can do it.
I'm surprised they haven't lined him up to kick extra points yet.
Let's see him do it all.
I mean, he's no Phil Dawson. Let's
say, like I said, the two of the receiving touchdowns were amazing catches, and also the interception for a return. That was a batted ball that he just happened to catch and ran it back. So he's just all around the greatest player in the game right now.
And I think to summarize all of this, he's a stud, and all three of us would generously suck his dick.
Yes, if we were gay...
That's what I meant. If we were gay,
we would totally suck
I just thought that meant that went without saying.
Or are you meaning that we would, as straight heterosexuals, he makes us gay?
No.
He makes us gay and want to suck his dick.
That's weird.
Oh, okay.
Let's move on. Speaking of 49ers, Jed York, the CEO of the 49ers, tweeted the other day after their fuck shit stack of a loss.
Oh, my God.
He says, "Thank you, 49ers faithful, for coming out strong tonight. This performance wasn't acceptable. I apologize for that." Yeah, because it fucking sucked. You guys bent over and you took it from the goddamn Seagulls.
They've been terrible at home. Kaepernick is...
They've been terrible this year.
Kaepernick's amazing on the road, and then at home...
No, Kaepernick has not done anything amazing this year.
On the road, he's been great.
No, that's bullshit.
Look at the numbers. On
He's
the road,
made decent plays on the road against shit teams.
The problem, like I said during the break, is our offensive coordinator does not know what he's doing.
Wrong calls.
You have a fucking bomb in your hand with Kaepernick. He can explode at any time, and you do not hit the detonating button. You are just not detonating that bomb, and he's just standing there.
Let him run every goddamn time.
With receivers that cannot run faster than the defense, so they never get wide open deep downfield, and he never throws a long ball. He's always it's slant pass after slant pass.
It's fucking ridiculous.
I've got 2 true or false questions for you guys.
False.
First, 49ers make the playoffs.
False.
False.
Jim Harbaugh is coaching the 49ers next year.
Medium.
I don't know. I think it all...
What's the middle?
Oh, God. I think that's a toss-up. I think if they get a good enough...
hold on. We just got burnt in the chat room by Mandy. She says, "Wait, you have an offensive coordinator?"
Hey...
No.
I wish we didn't, because at least it would make sense why we suck so bad.
At least if Cap was calling his own shit, we might win a goddamn game.
It's true.
Or two.
He's like, I'm just going to run the ball because everybody else sucks on this team.
Yeah. Harbaugh is interesting. It's funny you bring that up because the big rumor is Harbaugh is going to be traded for a draft pick. But at the same time, every time the Niners start to slump, this happened last year too at the beginning of the season, everyone says Harbaugh is going to get traded. Like, who fucking trades a coach?
Yeah. What coach is 7-5 at this point, has proven his worth. He's gone to 3 NFC championships, 1 Super Bowl. You're 7-5. You lose to the Super Bowl champions, and your job is on the line.
Well, here's the thing: if Harbaugh's 7-5 and his job is on the line, what the fuck is wrong with Rex Ryan?
Right? Why is Rex Ryan still there?
And let's talk about the Raiders. Yes, sorry, go ahead.
Speaking of the Raiders, John Gruden was pretty successful in Oakland. Took the Raiders to a couple playoff berths. And was traded to Tampa Bay and then won a Super Bowl in Tampa Bay. So it has been done before.
That's J. Gruden, not J-A-Y Gruden.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah, okay.
The good Jay Gruden. Not the Jay Gruden that's coaching those shitty Native Americans. Whatever they're called.
Don't call them Redskins.
What do I call them then?
Native Americans is fine.
Navajos.
Navajo. Mm-hmm. I'm a Navajo. Stupid. Anyways, that's enough 49er talk. What else is happening? Calvin Johnson is the fastest person to hit 10,000 receiving yards. He did it, I believe it is 115th game.
Yeah. But it's all about longevity because Jerry Rice did it for 20 years, and I don't see another receiver doing that.
Dude, Rice is the fucking man.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Johnson is also, I don't know what the parameters of the stat are as far as games played, but he's also number 1 all-time in NFL history of yards per game.
He's a fucking pimp.
He's great. But that also comes in an era when quarterbacks are slinging the ball.
That's true. Very true.
And Jerry Rice did it with, Joe Montana he's a great...
He was white?
Great quarterback in terms of he knew how to play the game better than any other quarterback in history. But he didn't throw for 300 yards every game. It's just Jerry Rice was the man out there. Every game. Here's the thing with Jerry Rice, and this is what they all say. His routes, you could not tell what he was running because he stood the same way every time, he looked the same way every time, and he hit the mark the same way every time. And that's what makes him the greatest. His route running was what made him the greatest.
I wish I had Ernst the Cat Miller's music queued up. I am the greatest.
What are you going to say, Phil?
Bad joke. Sorry, go ahead.
So how many drop passes did Jerry Rice have? Not very many.
0.
No, not very many.
Not nearly as many as fucking Crabtree.
Crabtree has more in one game than Jerry Rice had.
I was just going to say that. Jesus Christ. Bills fans have raised $139,000 for Darryl Talley, who apparently is depressed, broke, and is thinking about committing suicide.
What's going on in Buffalo where cancer and depression is striking that city.
I think it just happens to be you played for Buffalo.
It's Buffalo. It's upstate New York. Nobody.
Newsflash: everyone in Buffalo wants to commit suicide.
Breaking news, everybody!
Look, losing 4 straight Super Bowls. I thought that was cancer, but Jim Kelly, that chin cancer, proved me wrong. And now Darryl Talley. He's saying it's the hits to the head. I think it's the losing 4 Super Bowls. It's just finally hit him.
Here's a free tip for all the listeners: don't live in Buffalo.
But I love the Wings.
But I love the fact that we get snowed out and have to play in Detroit.
I know. What's more depressing than living in Buffalo? Your team has to play in Detroit. That's fucking depressing.
They play better in Detroit than in Buffalo.
They
kill ass.
There's some truth there. Real quickly, Devin Still, who's the guy in Cincinnati whose daughter had cancer, and they sold the jerseys, and all the profits got the daughter.
All
blah,
the
blah,
the great story, right?
Yeah. Anyways, apparently he's not paying child support according to his baby mama. He says it's not true. He's going to fight that.
She would have to provide evidence, and if he's saying that's not true, then he must have checks out there that say I've been paying.
You would think so, because you don't have checks that say I'm paying, then you're a fucking idiot for saying it's not true.
Plus, as a guy who's out in the open like that, they would probably just take it right from his paycheck.
Or his jersey sales.
Right. Yeah, the still sales.
Let's get on to the meat and the potatoes of the football talk.
It's an end of justice.
Hernandez Justice. He got a delay in the trial of the 2012 case, which is, if you're following the timeline here, it's his second double murder, occurred in Massachusetts, because the defense was busy prepping for his 2013 case against Odin Lloyd.
Whoa. We can only do one case at a time, man.
And this is a double homicide. We can't prep for a double homicide and a regular homicide.
We're only one lawyer here.
Exactly. And apparently the police are also looking for sneakers from the 2013 case.
That's so funny.
And
you know what? Last time they looked for an athlete's shoes as part of a case, OJ got off on murder.
Oh.
So, tampering.
Oh, that's very...
Let's hope it doesn't happen here.
Yes. And Belichick and Kraft are on the list of witnesses to potentially testify.
What?
Yeah.
He was kind of a dick, but so was Tom Brady.
That's true.
Don't they have the blue bubblicious gum that links him to the scene of the crime?
Is that true?
I don't know. That's what I heard.
I love that.
I fucking hope so.
I hope that is the damning evidence is bubblicious blue gum next to Odin Lloyd's body.
I think the tactics here by the Hernandez defense team is to postpone the trial long enough to where that blue bubblicious gum, I think it's like 7 years it takes for that to digest.
At least.
They hope this extended 7 years.
If they can wait it out until that's no longer usable evidence, then he might get off.
If the gum does not fit,
you must have quit.
You must have quit.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here. Who wouldn't laugh if it was like a case of the rotting watermelon shell next to the body?
Oh, my God. Good thing he's Mexican. It was a tortilla.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, but Odin
Lloyd? Did he kill himself? Maybe. Look, there's watermelon there. He killed himself.
How dare you be racist with that tortilla remark?
Right. Right. The watermelon wasn't good enough.
Asshole. And then finally, Darren Sharper, who is the guy that drugged and raped 2 women out here in the L.A. area.
So crazy because I was just watching him on TV when I heard the story.
Raping bitches?
No.
Oh.
No, I didn't watch him rape bitches.
What were you watching?
I think he'd be in prison at this point if that were the case. Just on the NFL Network. He was one of their big stars on there.
Yes. His rape hearing that's supposed to be this week has been pushed back again. Rapier?
Oh,
yeah. His rape hearing has been pushed back again.
Hearing.
No one raped.
Shabazz Rapier?
Who's?
Yeah, exactly. An athlete, Greg.
Oh, I didn't hear the first part of that.
Shabazz Rapier.
Oh. I thought you said Chavez Rapier.
Yes, Chavez Rapier.
I was like, well, the Dodgers did rape the residents from their land.
Yeah,
yes.
That's true.
Chavez Ravine. Look it up, people. It's a depressing story.
Yet they named it after the raping.
They really did.
It'd be like calling the new Baltimore Stadium the Janae.
Oh.
Janae Stadium.
Janae Stadium.
You know they named their kid Raven?
What?
Did they really?
Yeah, they have a kid named Raven.
You're fucking with us.
No, a little girl named Raven.
At least the
Raven.
alliteration's still there.
I caught part of the Janae Rice interview